It's a huge honor to have Oscar-winning sound recordist Mr. Resul Pookutty with us, who is turned a co-producer with Nanak Shah Fakir. Huge pleasure to have you on BollywoodHungama first of all, sir.
Thank you so much.
Mr. Harinder Sikka, the producer of the film, said that the sort of involvement that you've had in Nanak Shah Fakir and the way you were getting emotional today, maybe it was more than what you must have felt when you had won an Oscar.
He's very kind and generous. Not only with his being, but also with his statements. Yes, I was emotional today because there are a lot of things that we forget in the process of journey. Especially when it comes to religion, faith. We just forget the fact that a religion, a faith, was for entire humanity, not just for one sect. And what the film is doing is that look at the whole humanity as one people and one sect. So I was getting emotional over that.
Now, I believe you saw 40 minutes of the footage of the film, and that's when you decided that you'll be a part of it, and you didn't even charge a penny for it. In fact, you've made sure that you've got the best of techniques and technology for that. So what was it in this movie that really just made you just go all out? Maybe it's a sec, but apart from that, what is so special about it in terms of cinematic appeal?
See, whether I charged a penny or I charged 1 rupee, 2 rupee or X amount of money, let's not glorify that. What I felt at that moment, I did. I felt that I should be part of this movie. Right. And a film like this, you can't choose a film like this. It has to come to you. Right. And it came to me, and a film like this happens in your life. Then you be graceful enough to accept it and go with it. That's what I did. I did what I could do the best. I got Srikar Prasad to re-edit the film. I got Rahman to look at the film and guide us, and Rahman got Thomas into it. And I sat together and put all these things together, all these people together, take them into a journey, which I myself have gone through with the film, and arrived at something that you perceive it as a film today, from nothingness, that itself is a journey. And I feel if an audience watches it, outside the realm of the milieu that it is talking about, and if they also go through a similar journey, right. And if one thing if changes you, I think the whole sanctity of the work is
okay. When you just look at the film now in totality, what is the duration of the film, and when you look at it, are you satisfied that it was a journey worth living?
Oh yes, hugely. It is a film over 2 hours, 2 hours 20 minutes, and it is a journey worth going through. I'm sure about it, and I am not saying that because it has nothing to do with religion or spirituality or anything. I am saying, look at it as when we make films because there are stories and peoples and relationship touches you. And when you go through. Like you look at any big personality's life, whether it is Santokaram or Mahatma Ji or anybody's life, everybody who is around those people have gone through a lot. You only see the teachings of the big personality. You never see what is the people around him who has gone through. And the film sort of gives you a glimpse of that. That's why I said it is also a film about a father who misunderstood his son. It's also a story about her sister, about a disciple, about a mother. The film has so multi-dimensional levels. It's not just about. It's not only a biopic. It's not only a film about Sikhism or his teachings. It is a film in every other respect. It's a.
Sartaj Singh Pannu, who was originally the director of the movie, apparently he has lodged a case against you and Mr. Harinder Sikka. So what is the latest on that? Because he says that he should have been credited as a director, but apparently Mr. Sikka is being credited as a director.
The matter is sub judice, and the court is taking a decision, so I shouldn't comment on it. He has not filed a complaint against my company or myself or my company. He filed a case against Gurbani Media Private Limited, which is the original producer of this movie. And I was a part of that company.
He says that I respect Resul sir, but since he's a co-director of the company, he too has been sent a legal notice.
Exactly. So I was a part of that company because the directorship of the company has been offered to me as a kind gesture, and I had stepped down from that company because when a question like this is raised, because my work in the film is selfless. I have come to do this film because I saw something else in it. I don't want myself to be dragged into this controversies. I have gone through the contracts and I have seen the legalities of the contentious issue. And I can tell you that there were not just one director, there were many, there were more than one director, in terms of legality. Now it is a contentious issue, for people. And I can tell you with conviction that never in my presence or in my, when Mr. Sikka was with me, or he never posed himself as a director. He is inexperienced in using language, using the filmic genre or the jargon. Some errors might have come, but he never said himself to be as a director of the film.
Who will be credited as it?
He has always maintained that he is the producer of the film. And even in the beginning of the film, he has said that I have a strong conviction to feel that this film is produced and directed by Guru Nanak Dev Ji himself. He has put a text like that. I have never seen Pannu. I had in the last 1.5 years of this post-production. He was there on floor. I'm not saying that he wasn't there. Of course, he was part of this. When we put together everything, I was never there at that. I was not a part of this film at that time. He was on the floor. Of course, he was on the floor. There's no denial of that. About the credit issues, now it is under the jurisdiction now. The court will decide because there are a lot of emotions and energies flying around. None of us are capable of taking a decision. Or if we take a decision, that may not be an impartial decision. So let a court decide because they have facts and contracts and legalities and everything in front of them. And when the court takes a decision, we all will abide by it, irrespective of everything else. There is no question of denying anybody's contribution in the film.
There have been certain organizations, Sikh organizations, who have taken strong reactions against the film, be it in UK, be it in India, be it in Canada, be it in Australia as well, and they're saying that it should not be coming out because you cannot show Guru Nanak Ji as far as like his appearance. So how do you react to that? Because those are strong voices.
Those reactions are people from the community, people who understand the whole religion in its true essence. I am somebody from outside the community and I should not comment on something like that. There are people who have seen the film, who have followed this whole film from right from the beginning till the shape it is now. They are the better judge of what is right and wrong. And who am I to say something is right or something is wrong? And I think people should watch this film and then take a decision.
You also wanted to direct in I think 2012. You wanted to direct a film starring Mr. Amitabh Bachchan. So what is the latest in that? Would you like to direct?
Yes, of course I do want to direct, and I have given Mr. Bachchan a script, and we have still discussing. Also my schedules and interesting project like this, when it comes up, it consumed my year and a half, more than a year and a half. Every film like that. Last year I did 12 films. So it consumes a lot of energy, your physical, mental and emotional energy. Then you need to take a step away and then decide. Because directing a film is not easy. So I am still talking. We are still discussing, and I have other ideas I am developing, and I am, yes, I am ready to go take myself into the next level of my creative work.
So can you see that happening in this year?
I can't comment it. That depends on so many other things.
Recently, you also said about the Leslie Udwin documentary, India's Daughter, and you also said that people should be looking at it in the right spirit somewhere. Do you feel that maybe there was too much of overreaction and banning a film like that is sensitizing a lot of people is not fair sometimes?
I think we all reacted when that incident happened in Delhi. We all reacted. Why did thousands and thousands of youngsters came onto the road? We showed an example to the world against gender discrimination through that protest. We all worked. I don't know how that changed. That inspired people to make a film about it. And how does that mentality suddenly change? That's what surprised me. I'm still in that mode. I still feel that something like that should not have happened to anybody, not even to enemies. And when the most learned people speak such contradictory things, such atrocious thing about how we look at.
Some have not even seen the film.
I look at the mother and the father, how they have gone through this whole experience, they have gone through this whole trauma. What are they saying? I felt when I worked on this film, they are far more wiser people than anybody in this country today.
You've also said in an interview that in 1997 you had an opportunity to maybe just shift to Hollywood and work from there. But you decided to just stay back in India and just go to Hollywood only for project basis. And you've also said that if you would not have made that decision, maybe Slumdog Millionaire may not have happened to you somewhere. Why do you say that?
See, it's my work in India has taken me to the rest of the world. I mean, every recognition that I received is a work that I've done in India. This is my country. And I want to live here as a first-hand citizen. I don't want to live in another country, another place as a second-hand citizen. And I am doing pioneering work. When I can be an inspiration, when I can touch other people's lives through my work, I would rather enjoy that than being in somewhere else. And, money never been a matter of concern for me.
How's the experience of you doing a sound for a movie like Kick, which is like a hardcore commercial film, a Salman Khan movie? How's that experience?
You go watch, enjoy it and forget it.
You're having some really interesting films coming up in this year. Margarita With A Straw, you were also there for the first look launch. Somewhere with important people coming together, do you feel that such films get a shot in the arm?
How many of us think about a disabled person, his or her aspirations, what do they want, how do they lead their life, We don't even think about them, We never gone through their experience. I think Margarita With A Straw is a wake-up call.
You've also said in an interview that Ritwik Ghatak is you consider him as your mentor. Why do you say that?
Ghatakian sense of filmmaking, Ghatakian sense of social responsibility touches me, and I think I belong to that school.
Someone who's one of the finest sound recorders that we have in the world right now. What do you think is the importance for you to have? What sort of ears you should be having in technology for the best sound to come out as far as movies concerned?
I think traditionally we are the only nation who has, or civilization who has said to the world that sound is knowledge and memory. I think we need to look back and hone your skills, and and it's a huge problem. We don't take care, we don't think of sound as a problem. It affects human consciousness, it affects human behavior medically. It has proven it can cure and it can also disturb. We completely ignore because we never listen, we just hear.
Apart from Slumdog Millionaire, which you think is the most satisfactory work as far as your sound recording?
It was a very challenging work and most satisfactory in terms of all the awards and accolades and recognition that I received. Yes, surely. But I think I also have done very interesting other work, which is Black is an interesting work, and Gandhi My Father was an interesting work. Recently, Highway was a very, very beautiful work, and Buddhadev Das Gupta's upcoming film called Sniffer, Anwar Kiya Jab Kissa. I think it's one of my best work, which never got noticed in the national awards. I mean, I don't bother about those recognitions. So it happens in everybody's life.
Fantastic. Thank you very much, sir. Thanks a lot. Thank you. Hi, this is Faridoon Shahryar. For the most interesting celebrity interviews, do subscribe to Bollywood Hungama. Keep on watching.